Hello. Today we are making buffalo chicken wing dip or buffalo wing dip, my favorite recipe. With we're going to make our own shredded chicken, not canned chicken. I mean, I like canned chicken, but I don't like it in buffalo chicken wing dip, and I don't like chucked up little cubes of chicken in it either. This is my preferred method, and it's actually the cheapest. So here is what you're going to need. You're going to need some boneless, skinless chicken breasts, 1 pound. You're going to need a 1 ounce package of cream cheese. You're going to need, yes, we love cream cheese. You're going to need cheddar cheese, shredded, 2 cups. We will shred this. You're going to need a ranch salad dressing. You're going to need 1 cup of that. And you're going to need a 1/2 cup of hot wing sauce. I like the red hot buffalo wings sauce. And that's all you're going to need. Now to get started, what we're going to do, we're going to put our chicken right into this pan here. We're going to cover it just to the top with water. I can get into it now. We're going to put it to boil, and once it starts to boil, we're going to turn it down to medium temperature, and then we're just going to let it simmer. And now my chicken is frozen. You can use frozen, you can use fresh. Just happen to have frozen. Once it is finished cooking, I will show you what it's going to look like. Mine is going to take a little longer than normally because there is frozen meat in the bowl instead of raw refrigerated meat. I'm going to add a little more water to this and get this cooking, and I will show you when it is finished. Okay, so we're back. The chicken has been cooking here for probably about 30 minutes, just simmering like you see it. I brought it to the boil, and now I'm just simmering it, and I have stuck my pampered chef thermometer in for good measure, and you can see it's 170 stuck there into the thick part of this breast, down into the side there. You can also just kind of use the fork, and then you just stick it and kind of just turn it and evaluate, is it ready to shred? Even though this is up to temperature, and I'm going to test this other piece too. You always want to go down in the middle of your big piece there. Oh yeah, that one's 180. Even though we're up to temperature, I'm just going to give it another minute or two, and then I am going to actually take the breasts out of the water, put them in the Tupperware container, and refrigerate them until tomorrow when I will shred the chicken. I like to do this the day before because it's a lot easier to shred cold chicken. You don't worry with burning yourself, and so that doesn't always work out. Sometimes you do it the day of constructing your dip, but today I'm going to put it in the refrigerator, and tomorrow we will finish constructing this. Okay, so here we are with our cooked chicken breasts. They're cooled, and now I'm just going to take 2 regular forks. I'm going to use 1 fork to hold it down. I'm going to use the other just to kind of stick in there, and I'm just going to pull this apart. You can kind of see the grain of the meat, and you're just going to use your fork to just shred it up. You see, once you get going, you just keep going in that spot. I recommend doing it in a bowl. Just keep everything together. And I'm going to just finish this up. And then I'm going to come back, and I will show you guys the rest of the ingredients. You can see the beautiful shredded chicken. A lot better than from the can. a lot cheaper, and it's just gonna go really nice with our dip, much better than little chunks or even the canned chicken. Okay, we're back. Here's our shredded chicken, all shredded up. I've heard people talk about using a mixer to do this. I've never tried it, but let me know if you have and how it works and if I should try it. Okay, so we're gonna add our other ingredients. I'm gonna start with half a cup of the buffalo wing sauce and 2 cups of shredded cheese. I've got this awesome Pioneer Woman measuring cup set. It has a 2-cup measuring cup. It's so cool. Okay. I'm gonna use the same measuring cup for the ranch, cup of ranch. All these ingredients will be listed in the description. Gonna add it in. And then lastly, we have our cream cheese. Now this cream cheese was sitting at room temperature first half of the day just to kind of get it softened up, but I also just put it in the microwave a little bit. The softer it is, the easier everything's going to mix together, and you don't want like chunks of sour cream. You want a smooth consistency. So when you put this in the oven, it's just going to all bake up seamlessly, we'll say. So we're going to throw that in. Ta-da! Now I'm going to give it a mix here. And while I do that, I want to talk to you about some options you have with this. First I got to scrape out my measuring bowl. Now this recipe is a great one that you can fix ahead and freeze. So you would fix it to this point here where it's all mixed up, and you would put it in the container that you want to bake it in. I happen to be using a Pyrex 9x9. That would be fine. I've used pie dishes, used other little casserole dishes, whatever you want, whatever you have. And then you would freeze it. So, like, if you don't have time the day of to shred the chicken and cook the chicken and make all this, but you still want this dip and you want it fresh, then you would just thaw it out in 24 hours beforehand in the refrigerator, and then bake it just as the instructions say. Another great idea is maybe you're not having a large gathering. Maybe it's just you and your husband, or you and a couple of your friends, and you don't want all of this. Or maybe it's just you, but you want homemade buffalo chicken wing dip. Make this recipe, freeze it in small little dishes that you can put in the oven, like the little, they have like creme brulee dishes that you can get that are like 3 to 4 ounces, 5 ounces. Freeze them, and then thaw them out, put it in the oven, and just have individual servings of this. Split it in half, you know, whatever you want to do. I'm going to be putting it in a dish and just baking it tomorrow. I'll be putting it in the refrigerator, baking it tomorrow. So I'm going to get this in my 9x9. I'm going to spray my 9x9, and then we'll be right back. All right, here it is in our 9x9. This is going to go in the oven at 350 degrees. And it's going to stay in there uncovered for 20 minutes or until the cheese is bubbly and the sauce is bubbly and the top's slightly browned. Now I like to add a little bit of parsley flakes to the top. Sometimes I do it before I bake it. Sometimes I do it after I bake it. I just like that little bit of contrast of color it adds. Gorgeous. Now leftovers of this are fantastic too. You can, you know, reheat individual servings of it in a bowl. You don't have to worry about, you know, things getting soggy or anything. Everything is supposed to be kind of spreadable, like a dip. This is excellent on those little toast crackers or an assortment of crackers or the corn chip scoops. So versatile, so delicious. I hope you enjoy this recipe, and I'll come back with a little clip of the finished product.